David, you are been told. How many guys can you remember? How many times David said Palestine? Did you guys count? Clap for David for saying that many times. That's one thing you can do. بعدين the Prime Minister, 25 minutes, can I take them? Thank you, I'm just kidding. مساء الخير جميعا. It's true إنه كنت بحكي مع أحمد و it is a first-hand experience لإلي. Have been sitting بدبي وبالإمارات وبالخليج من سنة 98. Just to explain أحمد's point. معظم البنوك اليوم بالخليج وأظن عندكم كمان وبالدول العربية they don't have good loan portfolio to lend money to. معظم البنوك عندها كثير كاش والديبوزيتس في البنوك العربية اليوم 1.8 تريليون دولار. وأنا عملت يعني أناليسيس على هذا الشيء. من ال 1.8 تريليون دولار 219 billion only invested in the Arab world. Out of the 219 billion, only 41 billion invested in funds. The 41 billion, 22 billion in Saudi Arabia, 9 billion in Egypt, 7 billion in Kuwait, and 3 billion in the UAE. Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Palestine, less than $500 million. You don't have an investment culture. The $42 billion invested in funds فيها بحدود 532 fund. من 532 fund, there is 232 funds بالسعودية alone. So we know today Saudi Arabia is half of the market of all the Arab countries, mainly GCC, Egypt, and the Levant. Obviously, we are fortunate إنه عندنا one fund عن طريق Rasmala investment bank. And when you analyze these funds and the size of these funds and how much money these funds make, it's non-profitable business. Why? The 532 funds كلها managed by banks. So if you look at Saudi Arabia or Kuwait or the Emirates or Masr, 80% of the funds managed by banks. And this business constitute less than 1% of the bank revenue. So fund management and bank revenue, they don't correlate. Most of the revenues that banks generate is from their corporate, retail, consumer banking. Banks are not paying attention to this business. For this responsibility, it falls on our shoulder, the investment banks and the brokerage companies, to generate. And we have noticed lately إنه كثير من هذه الفلوس عم بتروح على fixed income. I just met with a large UAE bank a couple of days ago. 2 years ago كان عندهم 300 مليون درهم بالprop book. Today it's 2.3 billion. You look at any balance sheets of any GCC banks, because of restrictions in central banks, because they don't have good lending clients, what they are buying GCC credits. عم بياخذوا 6% و 6.5% و 5.5% و 7%. Look how many fixed income issues this year بالخليج, bonds and sukuks. So all of the money is going to fixed income. One simple example, Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank issued a perpetual preferred, 6.5%. Perpetual preferred يعني هذا indefinite bond, it pays 6.5%. And it's a tier 1, perpetual preferred tier 1, يعني one notch above the stock. The stock dividend on Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank is 7.7%. Nobody is buying the stock, people bought the bonds. Nobody, يعني don't feel bad that nobody is trading in the Palestinian market. Most of people are not trading بكل الGCC market واللبنان وNorth Africa. But everybody is going to fixed income. I know for a fact, being in this business again over 20 years, that they will come where rates will go up and the banks will start selling these bonds. And people will run from bonds to equities. And the question is, the brokerages with banks, with investment companies, be Palestine, are they ready for that day? I want to tell you how I am ready to help the Palestinian market. Would that be a good idea? Good. I discovered this year that the largest platform بالعالم اسمه All Fund Platform. All Fund Platform is in Spain. And this platform has 384 managers. 384 managers managing over $100 billion. So what we did this year, we registered all of our funds, the Palestine Fund, the Sukuk Fund, the GCC Fixed Income Fund, the Arab Growth Equity Fund, on All Fund Platform. So any one of these managers, any bank around the globe, any insurance company today buy equities in Palestine through All Fund Platform. So I made it accessible, not only directly, but indirectly. So today, as an investment bank, I am no longer in the retail business. I don't go out and capture clients like you do. All I do, manufacture products and give it to banks, and banks distribute these products. So I deal with insurance companies, with banks. Some people want sukuk, some people want fixed income, some people want, it hasn't happened yet, but hopefully it will happen. They want to set the Palestine Fund. So what will happen is, on a weekly basis, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million come to me, and I receive this cash, and I manage this cash in my funds. So I am sure someday will come where somebody will like the Palestinian Equity Fund, and money will be coming every week. And this is what I have done to be ready for that day. I hope you will do the things that you have to do, and I will share some of the ideas, in my point of view, to help you to get ready for that day. Believe it or not, it's been a tough year for equity market. We have doubled our assets this year. We have gathered almost $500 million just this year in our funds. And I would like to share a small story with you, which I shared with Ahmed. And my assistant, you will see her, my associate. She's a 30-year-old French girl. For, you know, all the people in Dubai, I hire a French young lady. 6 months ago, this Charlene, her name is Charlene, please make sure you meet her. Charlene was reading an article in a newspaper, and she discovered that this fund manager that David was mentioning, somewhere in New York, is looking to invest in emerging market. It's a cold call. She picked up the phone, she called the guy, and just this week, this individual, or it's actually an institution, signed a $100 million mandate with us to invest in Egypt. Look what's going on in Egypt. This guy is looking at Egypt. He just invested a $100 million segregated account for Egypt. But I know that when he says you need to be out there, you need to be encouraging, and you need to be promoting Palestine, this is really what it boils down to. It's up to you how many times you say Palestine each day. It's up to you how to promote Palestine. It's up to you to speak the story of Palestine. Had she not picked up that phone and called this guy, we would not have landed this $100 million mandate. And this mandate could eventually become a $500 million mandate. You could hear stories like this day in and day out. So I really do encourage all of you to use these examples. I have prepared this presentation in a way it is very repetitious to what we have heard. So please bear with me if it has been repeated. But I can go into more details, and if somebody wants to interrupt and ask questions, I don't mind. PEX versus the regional markets. I mean, look at all the Arab markets. This one. I mean, this is a testament to what I just said a few minutes ago. And كل Arab markets have done really horrible this year, with the exception of Egypt. Egypt lost 60% last year. It gave it back to us this year, so it's flat in a way. But most Arab markets are down, so is the Palestinian stock exchange. People think Arab markets are correlated. They are non-correlated. So each market works in his own way. So don't, if you see the Arab markets are down, that does not mean, or it's not necessarily that the Palestinian market should go down too. Arab markets are not non-correlated. When Ahmed, when we did the Palestinian Equity Fund, the Palestinian market paid the highest dividend yield. Today, it's not paying the highest dividend yield. The reason, I don't know. But you could see that other markets are competing with you. So people with more stable market, more transparent market, more established market, they have a better dividend yield. However, the Palestinian market on a PE valuation is still a cheap market. The market cap to GDP. I mean, the market cap to GDP is a percentage that our analyst calculates. In the Palestinian market, I think 31%, which still a very, very cheap market compared to Saudi, Kuwait, Qatar, and Dubai. So there is a story to tell. Liquidity measures. This is your biggest issue. You know, the Palestinian market is small and it's illiquid. And this is something should make you work twice as hard. The mix of investors in the Palestinian market, it's pretty tough. A lot of retail investors, not enough institutional, not enough regional investors. So I think we spoke with a few guys here about organizing more conferences in the GCC, more roadshows. You need to do a lot more PR and you need to do a lot of more activities. I know some of you do that on an individual level, but I think a few of you need to do a cumulative effort, a collaborative effort to promote the Palestinian stock market. And some of the institutional investors, as you see, they're not very active. So the buy and hold does not give you the trading volume that you require. This is some area that we have noticed with some of the Palestinian companies. They really have good investment relations. And I think as one of you, one of the best investment relations, I'm not sure, is it FIDA or Raya? Two of you? Both. But out of the 47 companies, only 17 have investment relation desk. I think every company, every public company should have an investment relation desk, should promote the company and should communicate with the media and, you know, should be out front with the shareholders. That will definitely enhance the profile of the Palestinian market. Again, unfortunately, you did not benefit this year or the last few years because you don't have really a fixed income market. There are no bonds or sukuks except these two sukuks, two fixed income bonds, the Pedico and the Epic one. Factors associated with the frontier markets, again, repeating, poor liquidity, political instability, inadequate regulations, substandard financial reporting, large currency fluctuations. And if you look at the PEX as a frontier market, I think most of these issues could be overcome easily. Sample frontier markets indices. If you look at the MSCI, the FTSE and the S&P AFE, the Arab Federation Exchange, you are only in one index. I know Raya is trying her best to add her company in one of these indexes. And I know Ahmed is, but I think the more visibility you put the Palestinian Stock Exchange in some of these indices, the more profile you have. I think the opportunity is wide open. You have an open platform, regulation-wise, safe custodian, account setting rules is very easy, online communication, and you have a lot of talent. So it's not very difficult to do, unlike other Arab markets where foreign investor cannot come in, restrictions here, restrictions there. Your market is much more open. I think the challenge is the commission structure that the brokerage companies still the highest in the region. So something you have to work out with Ahmed on reducing the commission structure. I'm not sure how do you do that, but These are the rates when you are viewed with other regional markets. The most expensive. Yeah. ما بنطلع حاجة منها. The Rasmala Palestinian Equity Fund. We tried really hard. I tried really hard. I know some of you know that we have tried really hard to raise money for the Palestinian equity market last year and this year. It's a year and a half old. It's about $53–55 million now. It's not easy to attract money to Palestine because of the political situations, the regional outlook toward the political instabilities and what have you. I think it's a really tough environment to raise money for public markets. Most of the money, as I said, going to fixed income. I truly believe that the day will come where people will start trading, will go back to equity markets. The point is that you have to be ready for it. We have this open-ended Palestinian equity fund that is listed on the Luxembourg, and now it is registered on all fund platform. If you are sitting in Peru or in Tokyo, you can access the Palestinian market through all fund platform. It took us 6 months to get this going, but since I have registered my funds on all fund platform, the acceleration of assets is unbelievable. My target for next year to go from the $1 billion we're managing today to $1.7 billion. And I believe if things keep going the way they are, I could achieve this target, inshallah, by mid-June. I truly believe that as soon as interest rates start to come up and the GCC corporations or banks start to sell fixed income portfolios, I'm almost sure that the time for equity. As a matter of fact, today, the discretionary portfolio that I manage for pension funds, insurance companies, the smart money is already building equity portfolios. And I feel that and I see that, and I'm sure the day will come, and I just think we need to be ready for it. Thank you very much.